That driver said, started that big Detroit back there, and I said, I'm right there, and I jumped on that bus and walked down that aisle as he took off down Main Street, and I got back there to that back bench where that bathroom is, you know, that brown vinyl bench back there, and set my bag down, and I got up on my knees, and I looked out that back window, and I could see my mother standing there waving me goodbye. So we waved each other out of sight, and off we went. Down to Knoxville, Tennessee, and turned north and headed up toward Kentucky, and it's probably about 12:30 at night, something like that. We was almost to Lexington, and this old East Tennessee boy was feeling pretty homesick, you know, and I looked down there beside me on that bench, and there was that brown bag, and I said, well, good Lord, right there's the cure for homesick. It's in that bag. And I got that bag, and I set it on my lap, and I opened the top, and sure enough, there was that paper plate covered in tinfoil, and right on top of it was a good time candy bowl. Oh, there used to be a Greyhound Station on the corner of Main and Louise. And when I was a kid, I'd go down there and sit and pretend it was my time to leave. And then one day my dad was driving down Main Street and saw me sitting where I used to sit. Parked his old Ford, and he walked in the door and said, mind if I sit with you a bit? He said, I know you want to run with the big dogs. There are big things that you've got to do. But remember that bus that takes you from us always will be coming back through. He said, once I sat here on this same bench when Uncle Sam called me to fight, and your mama sat down where you're sitting now and couldn't talk 'cause she'd been crying all night. And then he reached for his tattered old billfold, and he carefully took out a note. It was all stained with tears and faded with years, and he read the words my mama wrote. I know you've got to run with the big dogs. There are big things that you've got to do. But remember that bus that takes you from us always will be coming back through. Now that Greyhound Station on Main Street is a Salvation Army thrift store. And one bus a day stops out on the highway at the BP on Route 24. Today I took my dad's clothes to that thrift store, and I stood on that spot where we sat, and I unfolded that note that my mama wrote and read the words that one day drew me back. I know you've got to run with the big dogs. There are big things that you've got to do. But remember that bus that takes you from us always will be coming